Hello, my name is VJ100 and welcome to a game called Slay the Princess. Don't know much about this game. All I do know, it is a horror game. Or psychological horror, I guess. So let's get it started. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And I had to kill her.
You're here to slay her.
Yes, I know.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I mean, technically, if I just let her live, she's still gonna die. So... Oh, okay. Got some options here. Oh. The whole... forest shakes. Alright, let's see. Explore the end of the world. Explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason why she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing Princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget this. I'm not doing this. There's a lot of options here. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the end of the world? Yeah, honestly, I am kind of okay with it. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Yeah,
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Maybe I do.
I mean, maybe some people do.
Yeah, exactly.
Nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Yes. I'm definitely not one of those. Yeah, do I get a reward?
But you'll have to slay her before you get it.
But what is it? Yeah, what's the prize?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you.
Is it
whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Is it the end of the world? Because I kind of want that now. FIFA Evolution. Yeah.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Oh, are we? Well, you didn't say that we're on a timer.
Let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay, you never told...
Before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Okay, but why do I need to kill her? Can we just keep her there?
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Fine, Jesus Christ. Actually, let me explore all these options first. Yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
But why me? Do you have any evidence?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
I don't know what I'm here. I just woke up.
This far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Alright, fine. Yeah.
Does it?
Yes.
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Damn. Yeah, why can't
if
someone
only
do
that
this?
were the case, but I don't make the rules.
You're a disembodied voice that is essentially God to what my knowledge is, alright? You could just claim yourself to be God, so technically you do make the rules.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
I don't know, I kind of just feel like you just found a random dude in the porch next to the cabin, like, hey, you, go kill this princess. Look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her. If she is bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing anything until I have a chance to meet her face to face. Yeah. Yeah, forget it, I'm not doing it.
No, you have to do it.
I don't have to do anything. Yeah.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Listen, I know what I'm doing, alright?
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Whatever.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Alright.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. We're not going to go through with this,
shit.
right?
That means I
She's a
skipped that.
princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
But isn't that supposed to be me? She's the cabin. They have a gross
The interior of
looking
the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Ooh, free
The
weapon.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Ooh, free
You take the
weapon.
blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Yeah. Alright, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Piece of delivery for Miss Princess.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Okay.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
I mean, hey, at least I'm being honest with her, alright?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Why is one her hand
There's a heavy
free?
chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Why is one of her hands free?
She's so coldly beautiful.
I
Is she really a threat to the world?
I give her a 7 out of 10.
Focus on the task at hand.
Are you the narrator? Are you going to be here this entire time?
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I mean, a voice in my head told me to, so I guess I have to. What? No way. Why would you think that? Yeah, it wasn't a joke. Steal your nerve and step forward. Yeah, I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
I don't want to do that.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
I don't
Maybe
want.
she really is a monster.
Well, I don't want to drop
Killing
the blade
someone in
yet.
cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Yeah, I'm not dropping it
You
yet.
ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Oh.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me?
Whoa.
Because you should be.
You step forward.
Wait, no, I don't
your
want to step
grip on
forward.
The blade tightening as you
No.
steel your resolve.
Step back.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I mean, I just want to talk.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I mean, one of your hands are free, so
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
how do I know she's unarmed? All right, one of her hands are free. Maybe there's a window there. Maybe one of her buddies gave her a knife. Yeah, what if she's bluffing? What if she's killed us? Are you sure she's not armed? Yeah.
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I ain't dropping nothing, bitch. Yeah, I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
I gotta get to anything
I
test.
guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already.
No.
Or drop the blade. Do something.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, you're still talking to me.
Goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
No. Oh my fucking god. Alright, Fine, I'll drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Alright. Princess.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess
I don't-
face to face.
I didn't want to step forward. Why did my character step forward? I did not want to step forward. I was at a perfectly safe distance. Now, if she is armed, she could just reach it. She should just stab me now, and I don't have my weapon on me. What the fuck, character? What the fuck, hero?
We'll be fine.
No, we're not.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need
That's
it.
like 3 feet behind me? Yeah, definitely.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Are you coming? Nah. There's people in here that think you're gonna end the world. Yeah, no, let's start friendly. What's your name?
She hesitates before
I can't just call
answering.
you princess the entire time.
You can address me as your Royal Highness. Or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, bitch.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
You know what? Yeah, people think you're supposed to end the world. What are your thoughts on
Don't
that?
just tell her that.
I mean, it's the reason why she's locked up here. Alright, has no one told her why she was locked up?
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster? If I'm supposed to be capable of
Kind of.
ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Oh, it could be that you're stupid. You could be stupid and dangerous. The fuck? What are you going to do if I let you out of here? No, but I'm sure they have the reason keeping that information from me. No, if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you now. Yeah, I've been helping you tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I mean, it can't be that hard. If you're powerful enough, if you're strong enough, you could probably do it.
I believe her.
I don't, Harrow.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
No, it's about getting information.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Yeah, I know.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
I mean, they also told me that
She
I
has a
get reward.
point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
But I want you to end the world. I kind of want that to happen.
But you don't really know me, do you?
No, I
What
don't.
can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Yep.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Exactly.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
I mean, if the voice in my head put you in here, the voice in my head is still technically me, but you know.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Okay. I don't want to get it out. Yeah, how will I get you out of here? You know, actually, how long you been down here?
Too long.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, how would I get you out of here? Because I do want the world to end a little
You
bit.
can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
I don't know if I trust you enough to hold the knife.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
What, cutting off her own arm?
She is. I'm sure of it.
Relationship? Yeah, are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Okay, that's enough talk.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Okay, so I could keep her locked up. I could get her out, or I could just kill her. Interesting choices here. Yeah, I'm getting her out.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
I mean, I don't trust her. She's probably is gonna kill me, but I do want the world to end, so...
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
You out of here. I'm going to check upstairs. I'm having a feeling that if I go upstairs, the knife that I left on the floor here is gonna magically disappear. So I'm gonna go upstairs.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. Is someone else here?
Huh.
You try the door, but it's you're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Interesting.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
I mean, you just...
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I want the world to end, though.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Yeah, save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Ah, guys, is that what my hand looks like? That's gross.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it.
She had no
Before long,
reaction
ribs
to
are cracked
that.
through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
I know.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world.
Well, too late.
Just as the princess approaches the bottom stair,
Wait, hold
your
up, what?
body steps forward and raises the blade.
Hey, no.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah, no. Fuck you.
Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
And I'm trying to die.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Exactly. I want the world to end.
I'll make this quick.
Thank you.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Maybe.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
I mean, everyone else is gonna die too, so yeah. Chapter 2, The Prisoner. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin, you're here to slay.
Okay. Yeah. I'm getting some deja
Terrible
vu.
sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that.
Yes, I do.
This is the first time either of us.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth.
Exactly.
There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Fuck.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
No? This is more just... I'm pretty sure this whole
We
thing
could go
happened.
back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world.
Alright. Yeah, let's assume you're telling us the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I
Those are
listen
two
to you?
very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Yes.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I mean, you took control of my body, and if you didn't do that, she wouldn't have killed me, so you still killed me.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Well, fuck you.
Sure you are.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Yeah, if it's gonna restart.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Exactly.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Oh, it's like a ReZero type deal. Did I just go back in time, or am I just going to a different, like, or parallel universe, whatever? ReZero explains it so much better than how I did.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm not part of that world anymore, so technically I still don't have any consequences because it's not really affected me.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Exactly, I don't know what happened because I died.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here.
You
Yet, here we are.
You still haven't proven to me that she is, though.
You're talking in circles.
Then again, she has very little reaction to pain.
No, I'm talking in facts.
You're talking out of your ass. Let's
Just
talk
be
to
quick
her.
about it.
Yeah. The only reason why she was able to kill me last time because I let her, and she did was slit my throat. How did she? Yeah, who locked her?
People locked her in that basement, and
Who
I told
are
you
these
what this
people?
place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Oh my god. Yeah, why couldn't they slay her?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps.
Okay,
It's just the way things are.
now I know you're talking out of your ass because I ain't special.
I didn't know we were special.
You're not.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Because you're forcing me?
Yes. Right. We're here because we're special.
Thank you.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I've told you everything you need to know.
No, you
Going
didn't.
into more detail
You
would
dodge
just
every question
overcomplicate an
that I
otherwise
ask.
very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
But you still haven't given me a reason. Yeah.
She just can.
Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
Exactly.
What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets.
I got pockets?
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
What?
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
I didn't write this.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
Exactly. You did take over my body.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
Alright, well, can you put nail clippers in my fucking pocket? Because, oh my god, my nails.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Yep. Alright, let's talk to the princess again.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Alright. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
What's
She
that?
will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Yes, don't believe a word she says.
Well, how
Just
about-
go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to.
Wink.
Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Wink.
Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Nope, I'm just gonna try to free her again. Actually, I wonder if I could give her a warning this time.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
I mean,
A few pathetic wisps of starlight
looks a little
attempt
bit
to
different.
illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls,
that mirror
and
there?
thick, wrought iron bars barricade the
No.
windows, reminding anyone who
This looks
enters
different.
that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
yeah, you didn't say anything about the
Definitely
mirror.
did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
Yeah.
There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
You don't.
There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah, you don't see the
There
mirror.
isn't.
I think you know what we have to do.
I want to look myself. Yeah, I want to approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
Yeah, what?
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Yeah, this is definitely.
Very different.
Yeah.
Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor detail.
Alright, take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her her voice,
Yeah.
harsh but controlled.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Oh.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves.
She
The chains binding
kinda
both her
looks a
wrists
little
to
bit
the far
different.
wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
and she has more chains on her.
So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
I mean, that's what we did last
You
time.
noticed the empty chain on the wall. Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
Wait. Is this whole thing not for me to slay the princess, but to imprison myself also?
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? Yeah, I'm sitting down with her.
You step towards the
Okay, no,
princess,
she
but
does
she stops you
about the
before you
same.
get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Yep.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here for, and I'm the only one, yeah.
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
I mean, I already told the narrator.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously.
I didn't fail
You
anything.
being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
Yeah.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
No, fuck you. You lied to me again. I'm freeing her
And
again.
Maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic.
Yeah.
I never said I wasn't.
Oh. Now I feel bad. I'm sorry.
Get it? It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
No, I'm definitely freeing her again because you still lied to me.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters.
No, not lie. You're.
Even saying that is too much.
I don't know what.
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't.
Yeah.
Fine. But you won't get another word from me on the matter.
Good. So
Yeah, sure.
Alright, yeah,
We'll
I'm,
see about that.
yeah, I'm still freeing her because
Give it a rest. This isn't helping.
I'm still freeing her because narrator, he's withholding information against me. She is still doing the same thing, but she's at least being honest with some questions I'm asking her.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Sorry, I was just talking to the voices in my head. Yeah, what's with the other chain on the
I
wall?
don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
I mean, I can't free her if I'm also chained up. I'm just saying. Explore.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
No.
And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
Exactly. Thank
What if
you.
he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I know, he's been lying to us.
I am.
Oh. Expect it.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
It sounds bad. Is it bad?
I'm gonna get locked up here.
Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Oh.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me?
Uh-huh. I mean, okay, at least he didn't lie this time.
Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So, we're both stuck here.
Yep.
Do you know this is gonna happen to me?
No.
Not one for small talk?
Nope.
That's rude.
Alright.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
Exactly.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
You're making no sense. If she's trapped here, she can't do anything.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
Fine.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change.
Ooh.
The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Interesting. Oh.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid,
What,
covering the
knife?
ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then...
I think he's gone.
Yes!
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Oh. Oh, goodbye. Didn't get a chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and... there's that mirror again. Why is it here? What?
She went. Mirror's gone.
I'm
Oh,
begging
fuck.
you, don't do this.
No. Yeah, the mirror.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Huh.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger
Like,
is holding me
you
back.
just said that. Delays into reflection. Which, they're gone, but the mirror. It's time for you. It's me. You're alone in a place that's empty and quiet here. Sheet to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her. Hi, princess.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
The gift of a fragile.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
Really?
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I thought you were a light. Yeah.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
Okay.
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart.
Oh.
Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
I mean, she was kind of a bitch. So this is the end of the
How
world?
can the world have ended if we are talking?
You know what? That's true. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Oh. Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you here with trapped me
I
here?
have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Okay. You know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess? Are you?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Kind of?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared of what I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay. It's how much I forget.
Everything. Until we meet again.
Okay. How many pieces do I need to
More
find?
than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The
Oh,
rest will find their own way home.
okay.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, what are you gonna do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being smack. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling.
I'm not going back. Wait. Okay. Yeah, not make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1. Oh!
You're
Back to
on a
chapter
path
1.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna end this episode here. I'm gonna explore the other paths in the next one. If you enjoyed the video, let me know. And I'll see you guys next time.